Chapter 10. Wedding Attire and Accessories for the Best Man, Groomsmen, Father of the Bride, and Page Boys. As the bride, you will probably want to have a say in what the male members of the bridal party wear. But you will, of course, need to negotiate with the groom, who may have his own ideas. Be prepared to listen to what he has to say. Once you have decided what he is going to wear, you can then move on to the best man, the groomsmen, your father, and the page boys, if you have any. Wedding attire for the best man. Traditionally, the best man, and possibly the groomsman, will wear the same outfit as the groom. However, as a couple, you may decide that you don't want the best man to wear the same thing. When coming to your conclusion, it is worth considering certain factors. Size and shape of the best man. If your best man is a completely different shape from the groom, he may simply not look right in the same outfit and will not feel comfortable either. In that case, he may want to wear something in which he feels more comfortable. You will want to make sure that he fits the general style of the wedding, but there is no reason why he can't look great if he wears something a little different. Personal style. Your husband and the best man are probably very close, but it doesn't mean they have the same style. If you decide the groom is to wear a top hat and tails, but the best man knows he will look out of place to everyone who knows him, you might want to let him do so. In any case, there may be a few guests who don't know the best man or even the groom, so allowing them to dress differently will ensure that no one mistakes one for the other. Theme of the wedding. It may be traditional for the groom and best man to be dressed in a similar fashion, but if you aren't having a traditional wedding, you can be a lot more relaxed about what the best man wears. After all, if your husband-to-be is wearing shorts or a scuba diving outfit to the wedding ceremony, he probably doesn't want the best man to be wearing exactly the same thing. Cost. If you're on a really tight budget, hiring or buying identical suits may cost more than you want to spend. In that case, allowing the best man to wear something of his choice will be more cost-effective. Just make sure that you are happy with his choice. You don't want him turning up in a tracksuit when you are trying to have a classic and elegant wedding. Wedding attire for the father of the bride. Again, at a traditional wedding, the father of the bride would wear something similar to the groom and best man. As your father, he will want to look the part. After all, he will be the center of attention in photographs and during the speech at the reception, and he won't want to embarrass you. However, if you're a bit more relaxed about whether he wears an identical outfit to the groom and best man, he has a lot more options. A smart suit will look great if it is a relatively formal event. Black, charcoal, and navy are the most suitable colors for winter, whereas brown or beige may be more suitable. If the event is more informal, he has even more choices. He could even wear flip-flops and khaki shorts to a beach wedding, if it fits in with your theme. Wedding attire for the groomsmen. If you have groomsmen, their primary role will be to guide people to their seats for the wedding ceremony and the reception, if it involves a sit-down meal. They may also be required to direct guests from the car park to the venue. As a result, it would be helpful if they wore something that identified them, perhaps a smart suit or something more informal in a matching color, if not matching styles. However, they don't need to wear exactly the same thing as the groom unless you want them to. If they are much younger than the groom, they may not look right. Wedding attire for the page boys. If you decide to have page boys, they would traditionally wear a smaller version of what the groom and the rest of the male bridal party would wear. It really isn't necessary, though, especially if they will need something to be specially made. Instead, you could ask their parents to dress them in something smart, or that fits the overall theme, and thereby save some money. It is worth remembering that if the outfit is too formal, small boys may refuse to wear it, and even if they do acquiesce, it could well end up getting filthy before the photos are taken. Be sensible and don't force the issue just for the sake of tradition. Accessories. When it comes to accessories, anything goes, unless you want the entire male wedding party to be carbon copies of each other. If they are all wearing similar outfits, it might be a good idea to let them all wear different accessories, and thereby differentiate between them. The following accessories are the most common and will allow the men folks to make their own mark on their outfits. Waistcoat. If you're going down the traditional route with waistcoats, it doesn't mean that the men all have to wear the same color waistcoats. You could choose a brightly colored waistcoat for the groom, whereas the others all have waistcoats of the same color as their suits. Alternatively, they could all wear slightly different waistcoats, or some could wear them while others don't. Top hat. Another very traditional choice. If the groom is wearing a top hat, you could decide that the best man and your father wear matching hats. Or you could make the groom stand out by being the only one to wear a hat. If you're getting married in the heat of the summer, you might want to avoid top hats completely, because they can make the wearer sweat profusely. Not a good look when it comes to the photographs. Tie. Ties are another way to let the wearer make their own mark on the proceedings. If you aren't too worried about conformity, you could let them all wear their own choice in ties. Even if one or two of them go for crazy ties that you wouldn't have personally chosen, they won't really be seen until people get very close up. Suspenders. Suspenders are a popular choice of accessory for the male bridal party at the moment. They won't be seen while the men are wearing suit jackets, but they add a touch of class when the jackets come off. Just make sure that they match the suit color and aren't too wide. Thin and slinky is the way to go. Shoes. Dress shoes in black or brown are generally appropriate at the wedding, unless it is a very informal affair, in which case anything can be worn. Dress shoes aren't going to be suitable on a beach or most types of outdoor terrain. Ring pillow. If you're having page boys and want to follow the traditional route of giving them the duty of ring bearer, you'll need to get a ring pillow, which is usually a velvet cushion. This doesn't have to be anything expensive. However, you'll want to ensure that the ring, or rings, isn't going to disappear halfway down the aisle. To avoid this, you could attach the ring lightly with thread, provided it could easily be removed once it reaches the groom. Alternatively, you could have a fake ring that the groom can then replace at the other end. In general, all eyes will be on you as the bride and your bridesmaids, so you don't need to sweat the small stuff with the male side of the bridal party. At the same time, make sure that you're happy with what they're all wearing. You want to be proud of them all on your wedding day.